Radio Aotearoa.
Want to talk sport? Call now Saturday Morning Sport with Wezza on 0508 Aotearoa. That's 0508 268 32762.
Let's get back to the action. You're on Saturday Morning Sport with Wezza. Time to hear from one of the great voices of the game or of our radio, Aotearoa Radio, our breakfast host, Big Tony. How are you, Big Tony?
Wezza, I'm well, thank you, mate. How are you this morning?
I'm good. Hey,
You'd be on top of the world after the big Warriors win last night.
Yes. Though, you know what? It's a double win for me because on Wednesday night
he put on his jersey and he played, Tony. He played.
Oh, yeah.
He's got a few scars.
Matariki, I went and put on the boots and played, motivated me. So it's 2 wins. But
you could have been there, but you weren't. But never mind. But it looks like the Tigers are gone, eh? Finito.
Yeah, even the commentators were saying what is going on with the Tigers, the way they were playing.
Well, mate, what's going on there? When a fish stinks, it stinks from the head, mate, and it's all happening in head office at the Tigers because the coach is good, most of the players are pretty good, but head office, as that happens sometimes, is just lost its way, mate. And until it finds its way again, it's probably well puckarooed. And Jerome Luai is likely to be playing for the Eels next year as well for his final on mainland Australia game before he joins Papua New Guinea. So some big changes out of their controls. They don't know what's happening, but we'll wait for next season, I suppose. But, mate, the Warriors were superb. But before we go to the league, just want to mention a couple of other things. Supercars this weekend as well in Australia and New Zealand. Of course, some Kiwis drivers doing some good things there. It's in Townsville this weekend. First race was yesterday, won by Cameron Waters. Second was Brodie Kostecki. And third was the great Kiwi, Matt Payne. 3 Mustangs won, because Matt Payne is a great racer. He went to school, just by the way, at Waiapa, south of Auckland, if you like, near Pukekohe. He went to the same school at the same time as Liam Lawson, the Formula One driver. So, interesting little point there. And one other thing, mate, to raise this weekend, there's only one game of rugby happening in Wellington this weekend, and that's the test game tonight, because local Wellington rugby not playing, been suspended because of abuse of the referees.
Yeah, that's an interesting one. And they do it on a weekend where the All Blacks are playing. That's going to be interesting. I thought I saw late that Wellington managed to find a compromise, but no. I don't think they've come to an agreement. They're going to offer the referees and other officials a much better protective role and run some educative stuff too about spectators and coaching staff and other people being so abusive. But the suspension for this weekend remains. They'll resume play in Wellington next weekend. Yeah, that's because the abuse on refs is not good, and I've seen
it's appalling, mate.
Yeah, and it's often not so much the teams but the sideline behaviour.
Except in Wellington, over this particular issue, there's been a lot of abuse from coaches, from coaching staff, from players directly to the referees. I mean, that's just they need to be set off immediately for that sort of stuff. And the coaches who are doing the abuse, they need to be suspended as well.
Yeah, no, that's definitely the right call there. The coaches do need to be looking at themselves. I just want to go back, Tony, to Wednesday night,
we're living in the past, Wizard.
I just want to go back to Wednesday night because you're a big Queensland supporter, and over the last couple of weeks we've had a bit of a banter around New South Wales and Queensland, and that was a great game, and I just want to just talk about the thoughts of Queensland at the moment. We've gone up there in the last 2 out of 3 times, and twice on the decider, and I think we've won it, New South Wales. So there's been talk around whether that's still a stronghold for Queensland going to Sun. What's your thoughts?
Yeah, I don't know what the issue is, mate. I mean, there was a couple of little things like, why was Paddy Harrigan left on the bench for that last game? One of their best forwards in the game anyway, regardless of which team you play for, but he wasn't played. So we can have a crack at Billy Slater. Maybe he hasn't got it together. But I would suggest, mate, that what happened with New South Wales, that Laurie Daly, who I'm not a fan of, I was a great fan of him as a player, but he brought in other people around him and they found the emotional link for the team and it bonded them with a lot of power, mate. And what happened in Queensland, from my observation as a Queensland supporter, there wasn't real emotional engagement. And you've got to pull in the whole emotional game, and they needed someone like Kiwi Walters or someone in there, mate, to help do that, and they didn't.
Yeah, there's been other commentary around,
this is normally Queensland play the underdog, but in this game, they were the favourite, the clear favourites, especially after Melbourne, and so the New South Wales were the, and they some commentary around they didn't know how to handle being a favourite rather than because normally they play the underdog. Yeah,
it was a bit of a twist for them, but it did work. I do note that Laurie Daly announced yesterday he won't be doing it anymore.
Yeah, no, and I think that's the right decision for him.
Stepping off at the top is a good strategy anyway, particularly at that stage of his life and age and stage.
Yeah, no, definitely. Now I'm willing to move on to the All Blacks. What's your thoughts this tonight with the All Blacks at 5 o'clock?
It's going to be an outstanding game, mate. You and I spoke about it on the radio briefly yesterday. Rennie's made several changes to the team. I mean, they're pretty confident, as they should be. Italy have played the All Blacks about 17 times, and they usually win somewhere, but All Blacks usually win by between 40 and 50 points. So they're very confident about this. Saying that, though, Italy have sent a primo team. I mean, the French almost beat the All Blacks last week, and they sent a sort of second-grade team in some regard, but Italy have sent their very best. The All Blacks have made some changes. I'm confident the All Blacks will win, but it's going to be a great spectacle, I think, Wes.
I think all the games have been great. All the this new nations we just talked about a few minutes ago with Chubbs. The spectacle has been great.
They have been, mate. And the other game I'm looking forward to is the Wallabies, the Australian Wallabies, playing France in Brisbane. That's going to be an outstanding game, I reckon.
Yeah, especially the way the France played last week. But I think at the top of the hill and top of the mountain is still the South Africans, and the next couple of weeks are going to be exciting, especially that game when the All Blacks play the South Africa. Oh, it's going to be
and I think they're going to knock. I think they're going to knock Scotland around in Pretoria today, mate. This weekend, pretty well too.
Yeah. I think. Scotland did pretty well last week. But I think just South Africa is the team at the top of the mountain at the moment, and everyone's chasing.
And I think you're right. And I know we're running out of time, Wesley, but I want to get a mention, and mate, for my new favourite sports team, my newest favourite sports team, the Warriors women's team. That's the big game for me this weekend. They are playing the Raiders on Sunday, and it's going to be another sensational game, Wesley.
Yes. Last week, Big Tony, we talked about my Bulldogs upsetting the Warriors.
Yes.
Didn't happen. Sadly, didn't happen. I watched that game.
You can't win everything. I had hope
for 20 minutes. 20 minutes there, we were in the game. The Bulldogs, we were in the game, and then the Warrior girls sort of found a way to get through us. So that was a bit sad about that one. But
the Bulldogs women played the Titans today.
Yes. And our girls. So they have got out in the special. If you're supporting our Warrior NRLW girls, so they've got $10 tickets. So, and I think that to pack out the stadium there down in Hamilton, get along with your family. $10 tickets.
It's outstanding value. And I tell you, mate, those women's teams, I mean, I'm a big Warriors women's fan, but all the teams, they play exceptional rugby league, and they play it a little bit differently to the men's teams. Yeah. So it's a new spectacle. And, of course, it's the fantastic growth area for the NRL as well.
Yeah, I think that it's round 6. So we've got a couple of weeks if you want to bring down your families and $10 tickets down there in Hamilton. We're just going to have our final thoughts, Tony, for this weekend.
Final thoughts for the weekend. A big win for the All Blacks, a big win for the Warriors women, and a great spectacle of rugby and rugby league and other sport too right across the weekend. And, of course, let's not forget supercars as well, Wessa.
Yes. Thank you, Big Tony, for another contribution this weekend. Your Saturday morning sport, Bubeza.
Join Tane Randall, Jerry Serusu, Tony Alatini and Anthony Serusu with Weza on Saturday Morning Sport here on Radio Aotearoa.